Good morning, it's Dana, and I am sort of making a commitment to doing Saturday live streams on this page because I know that my networks are really interwoven between this and Daily Dose and the Arts Partnership, and so I'm trying to figure out how to create content here that doesn't make people go, oh, I can't do one more video with Dana Del Val. So for now, I'm just going to do Saturdays. But I wanted to reflect a little bit on a post I put up on my personal page yesterday. So yesterday I listened to part of a podcast with Tim Ferriss and Jim Collins. So Tim Ferriss wrote The 4-Hour Work Week. Jim Collins wrote Good to Great, among other things. And the conversation piece that really struck me was this notion of what are you moving towards versus reacting from? And that really struck me because I think I spend an inordinate amount of time reacting on Facebook. Like, love, like, haha, like, love, haha, and just on and on and on. And it's not that I don't think that, but is that really how I want to spend huge chunks of every day of the rest of my life? Because I don't see it getting better without me making some sort of hard break. You know, I'm very careful about using the word addict appropriately since I happen to live with an addict in recovery. We use that word like it's no big deal. Believe me, addiction is a big deal. So to say I am addicted to social media is not incorrect, but perhaps it is not absolutely appropriate. So take it or leave it, but recognize that for me, I have a problem with social media. I spend more time on it than I want to. So I decided yesterday that I was going to go on a hard culling. I had yesterday 1,877 friends on Facebook. And I really do know everybody who is in that group. I don't accept requests from people I don't know because why do you want to be friends with me? But I have spent a huge chunk of this morning and I'm down to 893. That means I have gotten rid of almost 1,000 people. So I have a couple of thoughts around that. One, I feel lighter. I feel like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to, and this all sounds preposterous, but I think you know what I mean. If you're on social media, which I see some of you are right now, you know what I mean. When you see it's somebody's birthday, don't you feel like you have to wish them happy birthday or you're a jerk if you don't? Think how many fewer happy birthdays I'm going to have to wish. Think how many fewer like, love, haha, like, love, haha, all of that. It would be great if I could have managed that for myself, but I couldn't. So I'm trying to create a forced management system so that I can moderate myself because of that. That's one thing I thought. The second thing I thought is I was getting rid of people I really like or people who I have long histories with or people who've come back into my life after decades away. My initial thought was, how are they going to feel when they see that I've unfollowed, unfriended them? Guess what? They're probably never going to know. I don't keep track of who I'm actively friends with. I'm sure people are unfriending me all the time. It's fine. If you see that I have unfriended you and I've hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. I didn't do it for you. I did it for me. And if you really care about what I've got going on, then like this page. Because this is where I want to have a public face. Not everybody in my life, even people I like, need to know when I'm visiting Quinn, need to know when Maz and I go for ice cream, need to know that I'm traveling here, eating there. Not everybody needs to know that. In fact, I would argue really nobody needs to know that, but you know what I mean. So I've got, to reach my goal, I have to get rid of another 693 people. But it's a huge process. It's a 2-step process for every single person. So I spent a bunch of time this morning. I'm going to take a break And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to try to winnow it down even more. But I had another thought. I was shocked at how many people on my Facebook feed have died. And it was hard to get rid of them, hard to unfriend them, because there's no way to ever re-friend them. They're just gone now. And that was sad to me. And there are people I looked at and I thought, boy, if I unfriend you, I may not find out when you die, or I may not find out when you have your first grandchild, or whatever it is. And that was sad to me. But I also just decided that ultimately I have to figure out how to use my time the best way I know how. I had a shocking moment for myself yesterday on Daily Dose. Maz's dad died when he was 60. Maz just turned 51. What if I only have 9 years left with that man? I don't think that will be true, because we are working really hard to create better health habits and to do things better than his dad's generation did. But what if I only have 9 years left with that man? I don't want to give a minute of it unnecessarily to social media. He's where I want my investment to go. My son is where I want my investment to go. My family, the people in my life who are feeding me and I'm feeding them. Which doesn't mean that I won't, over these next couple of days or weeks, feel a real loss of how suddenly small my social media world has gotten. But I think in the long run, it's going to serve me really, really well. I think that it's going to help drive traffic to this page, which is my goal, because this is where I want to do this kind of engagement. And I think ultimately, it's not going to matter to anybody, including me. And that feels really liberating. So my encouragement to you this weekend is figure out, are there people in your life, are there obligations in your life that are dragging you down, or that just aren't serving you? Facebook wasn't dragging me down. It's just not serving me the way I want to go forward. So I took steps to take care of it because I want to manage it. I do not want to be managed by Facebook. So have an excellent weekend. Enjoy the sunshine if it's out where you are. Do something that is not attached to your laptop, your iPod, your iPad, your computer, your desktop, your whatever it is. Go do something else. And remember, you are extraordinary, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.